Hi dear friends, this is Gallant IAS HEPGEC series for daily revision. Here we will be seeing the UPSC previous year questions and UPSC model questions for familiarizing the pattern that UPSC is having in its preliminary questions. So let's start. First question. In ancient Indian Buddhist monasteries, a ceremony called Pavarna used to be held. It was the... Okay. So regarding Pavarna, it is actually a confession ceremony which is carried out by the Buddhist monks while they are staying in their Buddhist vihara during rainy season. Whatever mistakes that they commit during this rainy season, they will confess it. So that ceremony is known as Pavarna. So here the answer is B, confession by monks on their offences committed during their stay in the monasteries during the rainy season. So answer is option B. Second question on economy. The chairman of public sector banks are selected by A, Banks Board Bureau, B, Reserve Bank of India, C, Union Ministry of Finance, and D, Management of concerned bank. So this question was asked last year. It was there in the current affairs. So the chairman of public sector banks are being selected by Banks Board Bureau, and it was set up in 2016, replacing the appointments board of government. And the function of Banks Board Bureau is to select the top officials of the public sector banks, LIC, and other public sector financial institutions of our country. So here, though Banks Board Bureau is selecting the official who is to be appointed, the actual appointment is being done by the Finance Ministry's Department of Financial Services. So just keep that in mind. So here the answer is option A, Banks Board Bureau. Third question on polity. With reference to Constitution of India, consider the following statements. No High Court shall have the jurisdiction to declare any central law to be constitutionally invalid. So, judicial review, which is conferred upon the judicial system in our country, which consists of both High Courts and Supreme Court. And the High Court are having the jurisdiction to declare any central law or state law to be constitutionally invalid if it is ultra vires. That is, if it is not adhering to our constitution. So first statement is wrong. High Court is having the jurisdiction. Second statement, an amendment to Constitution of India cannot be called into question by the Supreme Court of India. An amendment of the Constitution can be called into question by the Supreme Court of India if it feels it has violated the basic structure of the Constitution. So, second statement is also wrong. Which means your answer is D, neither one, no two. Fourth question from geography. Consider the following pairs. So, famous places are given on one side and rivers or the banks of the river banks on which these famous places have been situated are given. You have to identify the correct pair. First, Panthalpur, Chandrabhaga, Tiruchirappalli, Kaveri, Hampi, Malaprabha. So, Panthalpur is actually situated on the banks of the river Chandrabhaga itself. It is a town in Maharashtra. Tiruchirappalli is one of the largest cities in Tamil Nadu, and it is situated on the banks of the river Kaveri. It is also right. And Hampi is not situated on banks of river Malaprabha. It is Tungabhadra. So if you know that third pair is wrong, you can easily arrive at your answer by eliminating option B, option C, and option D. That is A, 1 and 2 are the only correct pairs. Okay, this Malaprabha is a tributary of Krishna, which is also flowing through Karnataka. Okay, so here the answer is option A, 1 and 2 only. Last question from environment. As per law, the Compensatory Afforestation Fund Management and Planning Authority exists at both national and state levels. Yes, as per the Compensatory Afforestation Fund Act 2016, both At the national level and state level, this compensatory afforestation fund management and planning authority is there. So first statement is right. Moving to second statement. People's participation is mandatory in the compensatory afforestation programs carried out under the Compensatory Afforestation Fund Act 2016. So here you can identify the extreme word mandatory. So be careful while reading this statement. In the Act, it is nowhere mentioned that the people's participation is mandatory, which makes statement 2 wrong. So here the only correct statement is statement 1, which means your answer is option A, 1 only. That's all for today. We'll meet you soon with another episode of HEPGEC. Thank you.